Let's go, guys. 3, 2. What's up, guys? Midweek meetup episode 2. All right. It's November. It's time to hustle. I talked about this last week. Check it out if you didn't watch it. Big things coming for trainers, gym owners, fitness enthusiasts. January is the biggest time of the year for us and the busiest. So get ready for it. Be prepared. Check out the newsletter that we send out. If you're not a part of it, the link is below or at the end of this video so you can get stuff that I'm doing to prepare for the new year. Okay, now, talking about some stuff we were talking about last week. I asked you guys a question. I was going to tell you the news and then I made you guess. Might as well get right to it. There was like 20 comments and you all guessed the same thing. Pregnant. Like, do I look fat? Am I putting weight on? Like, why did everybody guess the same thing? I was quite surprised, but you guys are right. All right, we're pregnant. We're having 2 babies. Ha! Nobody guessed twins, so you were right, but you were kind of wrong, but kind of right. So we are pregnant. We have 2 babies on the way. Don't know the genders yet, but about 3.5 months right now. So super pumped. Some of you that maybe have been following us for a long time, probably weeks and weeks back when Jake was like, I'm gonna do the videos because Danielle's not feeling well. We didn't know then I was pregnant, but I was feeling so sick for weeks, and then we found out why, and then we found out double why because there's 2. So I haven't been in those videos for a while now, but I am starting to feel better. I'm out of that first trimester, so that's a good thing. Didn't hit the gym too much in the last few weeks, months, but getting back at it hard now, and I'm going to show you guys that you can have twins and be pregnant and be big and get in the best shape of your life afterwards. So I'm excited to show you guys that in the spring. I am getting a little bit of a bump. I'll show you. Woo. Oh, you can't see. It's just little there. Can't really tell, but it's there, but it's small. I'm kind of full right now too, so a little bit of both. But so yes, good guess. You guys were right. We're pregnant with 2 and we can't wait. So they're due May 1st. Probably have them a couple weeks early. We'll see. Okay, now to business. Enough about me. You want to know about things that can help you. Okay, so people commented last week about that, and also Freddy, you asked a question. More of you need to be like Freddy. I want more questions for my videos next week. But here it is. Freddy asked how you go about going indoors, tips and tricks and things to look for renting gym space. Great question, because I get lots of emails about that. What should I look for? What should I do? And it's tough because not everyone can go and just start a big gym on their own, okay? And I always thought I wanted to own a gym and do my own thing and have my own space, but I've never. 10 years I've rented from that same spot and I love it there and I would never change it. So after I started renting, I realized how much I like it. There's nothing to worry about. There's no overhead. Oh, I can undo this button. These jeans are getting tight. I can breathe, calm down a little bit. So I've been at the same spot for years. And when I first started, I'm like, okay, I'm only gonna be here temporarily, but now I've been there and I'd never change it. I love renting space, especially if you're just starting out. You know, to go and invest and have debt and get a big gym space and have all that overhead and have to clean bathrooms and have electrical bills, and if something breaks down, that's a lot to worry about when you really need to worry about getting people in your door and getting to know you and building your brand and your name. So by renting a space, you don't have to worry about that. All right. So I've done that since, and I will continue to just rent space. It works for me. Now, tough thing is getting the time slots you want. Now, it's kind of late now. If you're looking for indoor now, a lot of the, most likely the places have their time slots already booked up with soccer, other fitness people, yoga, boot camps, whatever, right? I have the 6 o'clocks across the board all week at the center I go to that you see in the videos. So if there's a fitness person in my town thinking I'm gonna go there, they're not gonna get those time slots, and I'm booked for years to come. So if there's a center that you like and you wanna get in and they don't have room for you now, tell them you want it for next season. Get ahead. I know it's a year away, but book it for next year or the next year, whatever you can do to get in there and book it. A lot of these places, you just need a couple weeks notice for cancellation. So if anything happens or you end up with a different space or this or that, you can cancel. But book what you can now. All right, so community centers are great to rent from, right? They got a lot of parking, change rooms, showers. A lot of them have equipment, sound system. So when you're looking at places, go in there and find out what can you use, what can't you use. Are all those things accessible and you're, there for you to use? That's what you need to know. So you need to ask those questions, all right? Another thing is that if you can't get into a community center, places you can look at. So churches, there's some huge churches out there with huge gyms that, aren't using them at night. And you know what? They want to make some money. So renting out to you, great option. So churches. You don't want to be in like downstairs of a creepy church. Like, you know, I've had friends that have done classes, and I tried it once in this one place, and we were like downstairs, and it was kind of dark and dim, and like it has to be a space people feel good in, right? If it's a dark, dungy gym in a like creepy basement of a church, not feeling that vibe, right? But yeah, it might be cheap rent and it's in the neighborhood, but is the vibe there? Is it right? Is it bright? Is it airy? Does it make people feel good when they're there? So you want to make sure all the where you rent from has that, all right? Has a good smell, has a good, you know, you need, that's all that stuff's important. Is the bathroom nice? Okay, so check into churches, community centers, book your space as quick as you can. Schools, around here anyways. I've looked into renting gym space at schools in the past. They want you to use their insurance, which can be very expensive, and they want you to pay up for the whole year. So, you know, to me, kind of not something I want to do. And there's a lot of times they'd have to cancel, I was told, because, you know, schools put on events and things after school and this and that. So, you know, check that situation out. Churches, schools, community centers. And now you can always look into boutique gyms, you know, that you could go in and rent the space, or maybe they want a percentage of what you make, which isn't so bad, right? It's kind of like pay your rent or give them a percentage. So checking out boutique gyms, kickboxing, combat type places that have padded floorings. You know, they might have time slots. Their night times might be booked up, but maybe their weekends or during the day, early mornings aren't. All right. Different like sports and stuff. Not just, you know, people that aren't competitors to you, but kind of do something along those lines that has the space that you would want to use. All right. So places to look for sure. Tips on once you're in a spot. So at my community center, the staff there, I treat like royalty. So important. I treat them like gold. They can make or break your business. So if you go in a place and you're being kind of attitudey with the staff, even if it's the new young kid at the front desk, treat them like gold, all right? They see your customers, your clients, members, whatever, before you, right? When they walk in, they get phone calls saying, hey, I saw this class running in the center. What is that? They're gonna wanna talk about it. But if you're rude to them or mean to them, they're not gonna care, and they'll just say, oh, da-da-da-da, whatever, right? So 100% treat them like gold. Christmas gifts or cards or platters, whatever you got to do. I'm always making them feel good, giving them time, asking them questions. So staff, treat with respect. Secondly, always clean up after yourself. So in the community center, if let you use the equipment, make sure that equipment room, you're keeping it clean, you're keeping it fresh, you're putting stuff away, even things you didn't use, if they look messy, clean them, right? You want them leaving and them in there thinking, wow, she takes care of the place, he takes care of the place, and they're, you know, cool with you being there and not worried about, you know, if anything was to change, it's like, oh, well, we'll get rid of them because, you know, of this reason. Woo, it's getting sunny. It's nice. We have construction going on in our house. Finally, we're doing some cool stuff in there. So I'm outside today, but it's November 2nd and it's like pretty hot here today. It's probably 70, getting hotter as the sun's coming out. Almost don't need all these layers. But anyways, okay, so rental space, definitely very smart to think about. You can't stay outside as it gets colder and colder. And for those of you that have hot weather all year, well, la-ti-da, you're lucky. Keep going at it, but don't forget to add new things to your classes and keep it exciting. All right, next I want to talk music. I get a lot of emails about music, and it's so important. You have to be on it with your music. You have to keep it fresh. You got to keep the bumps bumping and the beats beating, and it keeps people motivated. Makes me and probably you a better trainer when it's good songs. So be prepared with your music. I've made the mistake the odd time where I don't go in to my class with a good playlist, or I'm not ready, and it just really makes the whole class not as good. My training's not as good. You know, I got to keep switching the songs because it's just not good, or there's too many swear words, or a slow song comes on, and it can really ruin the vibe and the high intensity of the class. So music is so important. I recently just downloaded Apple Music, so it's $7 a month, something like that, and you get access to tons of music. You make your own playlist, very easy. Definitely recommend it. So far, I'm loving this new option. I've only been using it a couple weeks now, but my clients are loving the music. Before that, I would use A-Tracks, and you can make your own playlist there as well. Or you can pick random lists, but sometimes those odd, weird songs come on you don't want. I also really like DJ Petey, P-E-E-T-E-E. He's on YouTube, so I would just get on the Wi-Fi at the community center, go to YouTube, and he plays like hour-long mixes. And it's like high-intensity kind of DJ stuff. He takes songs from now and the past and mixes them, and they're awesome. So DJ Petey's cool. But yeah, it's kind of fun to sometimes theme your classes. So Thursdays with the heavy, you know, weights, you know, sometimes I'll do heavy rock music, and Mondays is more high intensity cardio. So we'll do like more pop, dancey kind of music. So, you know, that can be fun. Just depends on your, you know, the age of your class and this and that. But sometimes doing those oldies, but you need upbeat. All right. People want that high intensity, get more cardio out of them. And, you know, you push them to their max with that better music. So, told you my news, talked about indoor rental space. If you want to know more stuff about that, comment below. Talked about music, how important it is. Get on it. If you're not already doing it, make sure you have music and make sure you have it bumping in the class. Blare it. All right, there's times where I do turn it down when I got to explain something, but it's always kind of going, and have it going before they even get there. So when they walk in the door, they hear that music going and they're excited, and you know, they're taking their sweater off or whatever, they're stretching, and they start getting in that like mentality and that vibe, ready for the workout ahead. All right, so that's it. Comment below, be more like Freddy. I want to hear from you guys. Ask me questions for next week. Love talking to you guys. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you guys. This channel is a passion of mine. I've been doing it 7-8 years. I think my first video was 2007 or something. I don't remember, but I've been doing it since, and I love it. And I appreciate every single person that watches, subscribes, comments, likes. Seriously, it means so much to me. So keep doing it, and tell us about you. Thanks for adding me on Instagram. I'm gonna go in the video right now and add y'all back. There's a few I missed, and you know, let's keep it fresh. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. See you back here next Wednesday, and I got a great 3-line circuit workout I'm doing tomorrow night that I'm gonna film for Sunday for you guys.